I need to put that in my stream notes. I'm gonna stream 6. Yeah, you weren't muted in Discord. That's why I was like, all right. Take 2. Look at me. I'm the captain now. All right. So let me tell you, welcome to Red Fast Review Bear Edition. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Testing. Default.
Testing. Am I here?
Can you hear me now?
Did anybody hear the hostile takeover?
Can you hear me now? Well, no one even noticed that I made a typo because I was talking the whole time. But yeah, Bear could hear me the whole time. He was having a one-way conversation with Chad, apparently. That'll be fun to watch. Well, I guess, yes, with Samo, too. Monk, welcome in. Samo, Map Collector, Snoopy. Who else we got here? L-Boy, Dobie, Pat, Ginger. Ginger was in the party early greeting us. Moose is most likely out on a date because it is Valentine's Day. So, young college kids these days. Well, we're hopeful. We're hopeful of that. Rob's back at the brewery. Oh, actually, let me fix their things here. Image. Yeah, get the logo in front here. A little touch-up work. There we go. But they are both unavailable this evening. But we get lots to talk about, including the Super Bowl, some maybe a little Olympics talk, some other sports, and plenty of golf, real life and virtual. But first off, Bear, how's it going? Did you have a good Valentine's Day with the missus?
Shocking development. I'm not a big Valentine's person. Never been a big believer in it.
Same here.
I've always told my wife I could spoil you one day, or I could do it randomly 3-4 times throughout the year. Which sounds better? Obviously, the latter. So we've always kind of gone with that, to where like random days. She texted me this morning, "Happy Valentine's Day," and I responded, "Happy VD," because that's who I am. So, yeah, wonderful day. That's why I'm here.
Well, I mentioned to Bear, but right as we were starting up, probably Bear was the only person that could hear me. We were talking about viral, like inside jokes and stuff. But I guess this one really isn't an inside joke. But oh no, we were talking about memes. My buddy, this is the type of shit my buddies send me all the time. The 5-legged monster.
Hemo looks a lot taller when you get up close to him.
So that was that. But let's get into the weekend, shall we? So we had the Super Bowl happen. Bear, you obviously watched, I assume, the whole thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you have a big party, do anything special for it?
We didn't have a big party. The same group of guys that we were talking about before. We have like the same 3 or 4 people come over. It's the same
here.
Same setup of, we pick a house and then we set up shop, and everyone knows we're maybe not gambling on certain things, but we just make those little bets of like, hey, 3 drinks on the coin toss. Hey, 2 drinks. This is a touch bet, like those little things. So we always have fun.
So my go-to has always been like, I've been known every single Super Bowl pretty much that I can remember. I've always got to the point where I'm uncomfortable because the Patriots are in it, not to, it is what it is, right?
Okay, cool.
Or I have an uncomfortable amount of money or betting situations going on. Sometimes both of those going on, but I usually do like 20 to 30 like $5 bets. Like, over under 2.5 times Robert Kraft will be shown on TV, or like stupid stuff like that. And
The
this is
good
the first.
ones.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing about the actual game itself. What color shoes will Dr. Dre be wearing or something? But I didn't make any wagers this year. I've been in a little tough place as far as being able to make them. It's
Yeah.
been very inconvenient. We had a little story back in the day on what happened there. But anyways, yeah, I enjoyed the game for what it was. It just didn't feel the same, that's for sure. And it was weird because I feel like both teams were kind of you could root for both of them. And do you have any sort of interest in rooting for the Bengals because they're in Ohio, or do you dislike them because they're a division rival, or they're not even a rival because they're so out of it normally, like the Browns? It's really the Ravens and Steelers, the hatred I'm guessing it's towards, right?
I mean, the Ravens, it's just like the hatred for the Ravens is they took our team, fired Bill Belichick, and the Browns organization gets blamed for that years and years. So that's, a problem that their team goes and then they win 2 Super Bowls. So hatred for them. Pittsburgh has been I don't know if you could say it's been a rivalry because they've just owned us, but
Yeah.
Having all of these people and Steelers fans, I think other people know like that the world they live in, it must be amazing because they're going to be the first ones to tell you that they've won 6 Super Bowls and they've probably only been alive for 1, maybe 2 of them.
Yeah.
So the Bengals, it's always just kind of been like, hey, we're battling for last place.
Yeah.
Let's fight this out. My boss being a Bengals fan, it was like, maybe he'll like give us a day off. But who knows? But
yeah,
I still couldn't do
you
it.
have common enemies, so therefore you're almost allies, right?
Exactly. It's one of those of like, oh, if they're really good, that just means one more team in the AFC North that the Browns are going to have to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes complete sense. But
Mhm.
I think the right team won the Super Bowl, and I think it was because of a number of reasons. The number one reason I think is the lack of discipline and lack of coaching, and this is just one very nitpicky thing from the Bengals. I like Zach Taylor as a whole, but this sort of stuff right here, Vernon Hargraves running onto the field, literally in socks and sandals after an interception, costing his team, 10, 15 yards? This was one of
So
the biggest bonehead plays I've ever seen.
So again, I always kind of like to play devil's advocate because I agree. What the hell are you doing on there?
Mm-hmm.
On the counterpoint, they let 50 guys run into the end zone from across the field on an interception, and because he's in, as Al Michaels described it, civvies, one of my favorites that he dropped last night.
Did he really drop that?
He did. He goes, he was in civvies, and I went, did he just say that? I'm like, that's great. Like,
Al's gonna be 80 years old now too.
He's amazing to drop that. But like, how in the
77.
world does one guy, because he's not in uniform, he's on the team, like, I don't know. I've always hated the interception celebrations where 40 guys run and you've got the 5th string kicker or something running down. I thought it was funny and justice that, Hargraves jumps out there.
I like there's a photo of him sitting on the bed. Oh yeah, there's this one of him leaving the facility, which is in like a Hard Knocks thing. I think he was getting cut. Yeah, this one where he's sitting on the bench right after, just looking so guilty. But it was a back and forth game. The only 2 turnovers were by the Rams, so you'd figure based on turnovers, the Bengals would have a strong advantage. Flags were away for the majority of the game, but they came out right at the very end in a very questionable 3rd and goal scenario. Did you have a major issue with the call on that 3rd down?
America, I'm sorry. All right. I jinxed it because I looked at my buddy with about 5 minutes in the 4th and I said, there haven't been a lot of penalties. And then we reference back to T. Higgins getting away with the face mask. Big play. But then all of a sudden it was 4 straight plays. 3 straight plays where it was like flag.
And it was 2 on the next play too. It was the holding and the like hit to the head of Kupp in the end zone or something like that.
Yeah, and the hit to the head was good. They never showed the holding.
Yeah. But it was
here it is. There it is.
Yeah, like this was so, and it changed the whole, like, you can say it changed the whole game, and you could also argue that as much as this, I think the collective group of us dislike Jalen Ramsey, he definitely got face masked earlier in the game, and there was no call. But you just, as you mentioned, 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes left in the game, it's a 1-possession game, you just feel like where the Rams are down, they're going to get a makeup call somewhere. Like, the refs have that in the bank, and to have it happen on this cheesy third down call. Now, I completely have no problem with any of the other flags that were thrown after that, but it was this that just kind of set up everything, and the flags were away the entire game. Like, I don't even recall another penalty before that. Like, there was maybe like 1 or 2 penalties, and they were probably pretty legit because I don't remember, griping about either one of them. He definitely had his hand on him, but it was, not something that you should have been justified as a hold or a PI, I don't think, on under 2 minutes left in the football game.
He did something again from just my sick obsession of watching every single game. They always talked about, like, if a linebacker puts his hand on a receiver's waist, the referees already get a little antsy, but you're allowed to do that until you hook his body. Yeah. And as soon as I think the referee saw his second hand get there and reach, he thought he was going to spin him. Now he let his hand go, but the referee already has his mind made up.
Yeah, like he has his hand cupped around, pun intended. But it's just like he wasn't forcing the turn, he wasn't doing anything. It's kind of a cheesy call. But at the end of the day, that was not the result of the game. Cooper Kupp played out of his absolute mind, is very well deserving of the MVP. Although Matthew Stafford, he had 2 interceptions. Neither one the second one was clearly not his fault. It hit his guy in his hands. And then the other one, it was right at the end of the first half, I want to say. And it was just it was a 3rd and 10, and they would have had to punt anyways. And he threw it up for grabs 1-on-1 in the end zone. So, like, it's just one of those, it's an insignificant, smart play to actually attempt to just try to get the touchdown. Or if it's a pick, it's a pick. Like, you don't even care type of situation. So Stafford did really play well throughout the entire game. The Bengals defense played pretty well, with the one exception of covering Cooper Kupp. I don't remember a single offensive play by the Rams that was of any, or actually, I shouldn't say that, of any significance after Odell got injured that wasn't Cooper Kupp. But Odell getting out of the game early, that was a big hit, but they were able to overcome it.
Yeah, you're able to overcome it because he joined the team halfway through, and he filled Robert Woods' role. So the number 2, your job's, you got to catch 3 or 4 balls when you're wide open because Cooper Kupp's getting triple teamed.
Mm-hmm. Did you happen to see Shaq at the Super Bowl yesterday?
I did not, and I saw that on the pre-rundown, and I didn't click it.
At the Jumbotron. This is what Shaq's doing on the Jumbotron.
Well, that's probably the second scandalous thing that was caught on monitors at that building.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of the other one.
You're not? I tweeted it out earlier. If you want to see, because people were a little bit in uproar.
Oh, yeah. God forbid that Snoop Dogg gets caught smoking a J. Oh, my Lord.
You should, again, if you just need to understand a little bit of, like, what's going on, people. You click on that post and people are like, this is your role model. Like, Yes, the guy that sang a song that ended "smoke weed every day" was smoking weed at the
Yeah.
concert.
In California too. God
There
forbid.
was a prop bet. Would they smoke on stage?
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous. What did you think of the halftime show? Were you like, I saw a ton of people, and I'm curious on your take that were saying by far this was the best halftime show that they've ever seen.
So
Many of my friends said the same as well.
I'm going to get to take people down like a big road here because we've said my music taste, it's all over the place. Rap is probably down there with country, and where like if I get in a mood, I'll listen to it. I loved the halftime show. Now, every single year we jump and we say the halftime show was the greatest or it was the worst. Like it's never in the middle. Because I liked when you bring those other performers in, and I could see behind the screen we'll talk about the surprise performer. But it was amazing to just watch how they were able to incorporate all of those big acts. I'm trying to hold it together because I can see it. Where they can incorporate all those big acts, give them enough time, and when you leave a Super Bowl halftime show going, man, I wish they would have done more songs.
Yeah.
That's a good halftime show.
Yeah. So
Fitty.
Here's my thing is I thought it was good, but it was weird because it was like the best hit from all of them, and like I don't know, like I really enjoyed, like, maybe it was just in my younger years, like Katy Perry or like something with like crazy shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were just hitting their bangers, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like all of them were great. It was just, I don't know, it just felt a little all over the place, and then there was nothing visually that was anything exciting. It was just like you know the rappers of that time, that era, doing all of their best. And so I just thought it was, I thought it was above average, but I didn't think it was like knock my socks off, because I expect very crazy stuff. Like, what did Lady Gaga come in through the roof? Like I think of Katy Perry riding the tiger.
The
Like,
Weeknd last year giving
I don't
everyone
like the
epilepsy.
Weeknd's I think was stupid last year, but at least they attempted to do something visually. You know what I mean? Like I expect that from a broadcast more so, but maybe this isn't the right lineup for that type of entertainment.
And I even thought about it, the way the stage was set up. If you're on the other side of the house, how are you going to see 50 drop down? You're not seeing that. You're just seeing part of it.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to miss him. Where was the actual photo? Yeah, 50 Cent dropping down from the roof. It was
the same thing of like, oh my God, 50
the
got
amount
big.
Of $1 he turned into a dollar jokes. Yeah, the inflation, all that stuff was just too much. But overall, yeah, good solid show. And no complaints on my end. So one complaint I still do have left on the Super Bowl, and my last complaint about the Cincinnati Bengals and why I think they deserve to lose this game. Can you please tell me why Samaje Perine is in the game at the end there? Does anyone in chat please tell me if you are aware of Samaje Perine's career stats? Anything. Why?
I was waiting for after the post game for them to say Joe Mixon broke 5 bones in his foot and could barely walk.
Yeah, I need confirmation that he has a serious injury.
So I've seen a separate angle on that. It's further away, but again, how do you not dive?
There's no effort. So this is the very last play, but he's in there. I don't know if it's every play, but almost every play. This is like, why is he in the game? This I equate to.
That was the 3rd and 1.
How old is Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon. He must be
26.
25 years old. You're telling me that man can't get in the game? What was his stats this year? Hold on. I need to go into a deep dive.
Just look at what he was doing in the game. Like, the first play back after Burrow hurt his leg, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon, and I looked at my buddy and I said, Joe Mixon looked at Burrow and said, I'm going to carry you to the Super Bowl.
Why did they not? I don't know where this ad is coming
Comcast?
from.
Comcast?
Thank you, Comcast Business. I literally have Comcast, and I'm not a business kid. Leave me alone, please. He had 1,200 yards this year. If I could see playoffs, that'd be great. Nope. Oh, there we go. He had 292 carries. Oh, no, I'm sorry, yards in the playoffs. I guess his yards per attempt weren't that good. But in this game, like, I feel like he was gashing for like 10 yards at a time at certain points, and they were not running the ball. They were trying to do... So it was weird. The Rams, they would run it almost every single drive, and they would lose a yard or two every single time. And then when the Bengals had the ball, they'd pass it 3 straight times. But yeah, it was just infuriating to not see Joe Mixon. And like, I equate it to basically, imagine the Kansas City Chiefs going in the playoffs, and they're in the Super Bowl, and like, you know what? Let's throw in the backup tight end. Kelsey needs some rest here. I'm pretty sure Gamer Ability would be swearing at the TV. Like, and having a stroke. Why is Travis Kelsey not in the last play of the game? Like, that's what I equate it to. Like, he is their second best offensive player behind Jamar Chase.
Yes. And he flies under the radar because they really don't use him to his full ability. You're going to look up P. Ryan.
Yep. Let's look at this gentleman's career stats. He has career 1,198 yards. You know how many Mixon had this year? More than that, 1,200. What is he doing? In 16 games this year, he had 246 yards. Zach Taylor, if Joe Mixon is not injured, please, for the love of God, figure it out. Anyways, that's enough of the Super Bowl. Unless you had any closing thoughts before we move on.
Average commercials again.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of crypto.
I thought, you know what? I must say, I'll give it to, what was it, Coinbase? I kind of enjoyed just the QR code going around.
The old
I thought
DVD,
that was creative.
Yeah.
I thought that was creative and a unique, because you knew that everyone was scanning that. I just, you know, I like it for the creativity. I think they could have had like a better song, or like maybe there was like something that could be catchy that people could also associate to them, because just the QR code alone and whatever music they had was just too blah. But
and Shadow hits it. We did the same thing. As soon as we saw it bouncing around, we're like, "Oh my God, it's the old DVD logo.
Yep.
Is it gonna hit the corner?" And then we were like,
Yeah.
Then like your runners up, the bringing back the old E-Trade Talking Baby. I enjoyed that.
Oh, they had that? I missed that one.
Yeah, they brought him back. Like, they flew out and they were like, "Oh, we found him," and he was still like a little baby, but he was chopping wood, and they're like, "We need you." So it was like, okay, a lot of the nostalgia, and then like I think the Pringles commercial might have been the second best, where the guy gets his hand stuck in the can. Like,
I was actually
other than that, you're reaching.
I was enjoying watching it was actually just an NFL commercial with like the caricatures came through the TV, and then like the final play was like Peyton Manning going back to Walter Payton, and like that baby tackled him or something through the TV. I don't know what happened.
Peyton's gonna run it, and he just looks.
Yeah, it was just kind of. It was like Peyton's gonna run it. Yeah, at a QB sneak or something. It was just, you know, it caught my eye. Like, I was definitely watching it. But anyways, I have to go back and watch them. It's because I had a dozen or so people over, so they were always commotion. The commotion was too loud for me to take them in.
Too many. You got to have 5 to 6, and people that understand. We got a good balance of the guys and girls for the football, and then the commercials. So,
yeah. Other sports going on. Have you been following the Olympics at all?
A little bit.
And how majestic they are in lovely. The nuclear power plant of Beijing.
China's a tiny place. You got to figure out where to put
the big air. ski qualification. Look at this little ramp. Can you believe the big air ramp is in the middle of literally like a nuclear power plant? I mean, odd to say the least. I just thought that picture was eye opening. The other big story is the Russian skater. Have you heard about this girl skater?
Yeah, the 15-year-old on PEDs.
Yeah, so they have
Go
but
figure.
she can go. She's fine because she's 15, and it happens to be that she's from Russia too. What are the odds? The only team that can't put their official country's name on it because of past
Doping.
doping issues. Yeah, and then there's these beauties which just get me hyped every year and really make me want to become a curler. Like, look at this guy. Like, this is the U.S. curling team.
Oh yeah,
Man, it just gets me so excited.
that's what we were.
Oh yeah.
Saturday night we were watching the match, like fully engaged, like it was the Super Bowl, talking about like strategy and what would you do with this. And the entire time in the back of my mind, I'm going, I kind of want to send something to Fig and just have him explain to me, like, you're a dumbass. This is not how you would play it. But it was just one of those things of like, yeah, I know curling a little bit. I've played bocce ball.
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of that. I also watched the Weights Management Open. I'm going to skip over the hockey and basketball today, unless you wanted to talk about it specifically, because I know Rob wanted to mention some stuff.
No, and we'll get back to it next week when the medals and all that stuff come out.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a better time.
But the Waste Management Open, oh my goodness. What a scene at Phoenix. If you guys played True Sim this week, we had an official course that the actual game designed, TPC Sawgrass, in the game. If you were lucky enough, you may have hit a hole-in-one on 16 just like this, but I don't think you had the flying beer cans flying in, as Sam Ryder did here. So this happened on Saturday, and absolute mayhem broke out. This is the most attended golf event on the entire PGA calendar, I believe, and it is just an absolute circus. Did you watch any of this, or were you just following it on Twitter?
I saw this clip, and it was like the roller coaster of emotions of like, this is awesome. Okay, it's a little bit overboard because you look at the aftermath, and God, like, I thought it was cool to see like all of the beer just going all over the place.
Yeah, like people spraying it, but like
I don't get throwing the cans onto the green.
If you can see this at all, I don't know if in chat if you can, but the whole side of the green completely littered with cans. They're 100% going to be cracking down this next year because this happened on Saturday. There was another ace by Carlos Ortiz on Sunday. I can find that. And it was just as probably, if not even crazier than the one that happened on Saturday. And, you know, all the fans were anticipating this, so they like were fully revved up for it. And it was just, you know, mayhem. Like, what are you going to do? Every single time, constantly clean it up? Now, obviously, 2 aces in a weekend is kind of a rare thing, but look at this just absolute craziness. And they were, oh my goodness. I think Justin Thomas chipped one in, and it was like same sort of scenario. You know,
and that was where, and someone even said like, oh, we've already jumped the shark with it. Like, Justin Thomas hits a 8-yard chip, and then they start chucking the beer cans again. It's like, all right, come on, like this. Yeah, was that it? Because again, it's cool, but you're like holding up everyone behind you. Like, imagine on Sunday,
there it is.
You've got the top group getting ready to tee off on 15, and someone hits that, and now you got to wait 30 minutes because they got to clean it.
There goes one can. All it takes is one idiot too. That one throws all these. Look at this guy up here, just shirtless.
And you even see like Justin Thomas's hand like goes like, oh, okay, like this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
now.
so like it stinks that it's gonna kind of ruin it for everyone.
Mhm.
Oh, Kara Cake's coming in. Thank you very much, Kara, with the big raid. Hope the plat rounds went well. We were both watching actually before the podcast. What was it, 13 round one, Bear? Was that what
13 through 1.
So hopefully double down on round 2. But welcome in, Kara and crew. We're just going over the IRL Scottsdale before we get to the virtual Scottsdale. 11 under. Okay, so yeah. Terrible is a relative term, but I understand from your perspective how it's classified. So 24 through 2. Hopefully the leaders aren't north of 30. If you're within 5 of the lead, I have confidence that you can still take this thing home. Oh boy, 16. Good Lord. Okay. Yeah, it'll only take one player to get hit by a can, and then it'll be a dry event. Exactly. And then you get Joel Dahlman. Yeah, there he is. And what's his name? Harry Higgs. Look at these guys. These are the golfers. That gentleman plays on tour. He just nailed the putt. So yeah.
Again, it's cool because the Waste Management is known for the party atmosphere. So you know what you're going into. But just like Chewbacca said, like, it's going to take one moron and you immediately lose all of this.
They must have taken it down. I can't find the Higgs. How can I not find that on Twitter right now? That's 100% how you spell his name, Harry Higgs. Oh, there he is. But yeah, you just knew, and these are party guys, but like stuff like that, I like that. It's just the beer can things. I feel like that has to be 100% reserved for an ace, and anything else, it's just going to be unacceptable. I understand the ace because you're lucky to see an entire event, but when we start doing it for birdies, that's where we draw the line. Yeah, so this is where it was. And then this guy just got completely ratioed. It was hilarious. Was it him? No.
There's a few people that were like, this doesn't grow the game. It's like, well, I hate to tell you this. It's going to be one of the most shared clips.
Yeah, this is the morning of. People just getting ready. And they just sprint in. But yeah, it's a fun fun tournament. Oh, actually, we do have one as we get into the virtual golf talk. Here's one right here. Familiar sight. From early 1981. Oh, cuts off pretty quick. But he does ace the 16th hole. Imagine if they added that feature in where it just goes absolutely nuts and the beer cans just stop flying everywhere. That would be, 100% grows the game because it's getting so many more eyes and traction onto it. And it's just, there has to be a point where you draw the line, though. I think that's the only stand that I have to say, like, you can't be doing it for birdies. There has to be somewhere where the line gets drawn because people are just going to ruin it. So, like, someone's going to get beamed off the head. Imagine if they had bottles. Like, if it's bring your own, like, a player or a caddy gets smoked in the head by a bottle or something. I'm sure that's not the case, but...
Again, devil's advocate. Patrick Reed gets a hole-in-one. How many of those beer cans are getting fired at him? not anything else. Fired at him.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? It's a great idea. Keep doing it.
Let's keep it in there until Patty hits one at least. Did he play? I don't even know if he played.
Is he suspended for cheating again? Or
I don't know. Who knows? So TGC Tours. Rob had a message last week. What was it again? Love Scud. Surprisingly, don't think he has a win this season, but he literally is in top 10 almost every single tournament. God, 7, 3, 7, 6, 13, 9, 7.
Get it together, bud.
Give me a full screen. Give me a full screen real quick.
Oh,
Let me know.
Go ahead.
Scud, get your shit together, huh? Get your shit together.
Thank you. 3-time winner this season. And here was Scud's response.
Yeah, fuck you with all due respect. Yeah, fuck you with all due respect. Yeah, fuck you with all due respect.
Love Scud coming up. Oh, crap. I probably just ruined the screen share and everything else now.
Well, this will be fun. M, welcome on in as we go through some technical difficulties.
Share your screen. Go live.
Are we good?
Actually, it worked pretty well. Good. Love Scud wins. M in Party of 14. Welcome in, everybody. We were just going over Love Scud's win on Platinum and how he got called out by Rob for needing to get his shit together last week. Sure as shit he does. Scud winning on God Ra. What a name. God Ra. 62 under, 56, 58, 57, 55. Winning by a stroke over Dango. He did have a bogey on the card, but he did have a 30 on that back nine still. 7 under, solid back nine. Actually, one of his worst nines the entire tournament. But very, very well played start to finish. 5 eagles. And like I said, caps it over Dango. I think, I do have a clip of Mr. Dango Tank coming in second place. Let's see what Dango was doing. Oh, I hope this works. Oh, yeah, we're going to just stick around and watch an ad.
Honda. Well, Honda.
You know, I went with my wife
first car
to go look at a Honda because she's got a Honda lease.
Yeah.
6,000 over asking currently right now, and there's no negotiation at all.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Here's Dango. Wait for it. Oh, man, I probably should have just clipped it.
Well, sometimes you just gotta build suspense.
Oh, one time is the best time.
One time's the best time.
Love seeing gamers
That
one
was all
times
on
in the
Gamer
chat.
bedtime.
You love to see it. So, yes, all blue on this card. Very nicely done. Dango. Kara coming in third. A few strokes back at 57 under. Basically all blue. That I believe is that the same exact hole that Scud bogeyed, 15 round 3? Is that the same one? 15 round 3. So that must have been a very difficult hole there. I do have a clip or two from Kara's rounds too. What we got here? Oh yeah, this was the first round. She had a slow start round 1. Only 1 under through 3, which definitely classifies as slow for her.
And we're back on track.
That's what I'm looking for.
And that's all it takes is a nice partial pitch, which still does exist. Then we have a second one from her.
I have no shot.
Oops. Might be a little further away. We're going to just backtrack.
Oops.
I tried doing... Oh.
Oh.
No, this wasn't it.
Oh,
Sorry.
Wait for it.
oh,
There
still
it
going.
Makes it
All right.
possibly a more manageable, like
Wait for it.
-19.
Yeah. Note to self, don't do the timestamps. Just get the clips like a normal person next time. Yeah, thank you. It is fun to figure it out on the fly,
So
though.
isn't the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Kara has the best feathering of the slow on tour.
No.
Like it's just like I feel like it's like a constant tap of the Y. It's quite impressive.
Right, I'm gonna play the last.
It's the
one
same thing of like,
before
okay,
it's so
okay,
uphill.
where's it going?
Yep.
I'm gonna count.
All right,
A little bit
now let
faster.
it roll.
It's almost like it's on 1.2 speed instead of like 2 times speed.
Listen, some of us like 1.2 speed.
Dayo.
Start dancing.
Nope.
Put one in.
I take it went in. Nice little eagle 2 on the short par 4, which she was able to land the green on.
Still
Very
in it.
clutch in
Still
round 3
saved.
to get a little bit of a bounce
But I
back.
need a birdie here for us to have.
Let me see here. Yeah, so that was that was on 17 after bogeying 2 holes before. So still putting up a 29 on that back 9 and a very impressive 55 the tied for her lowest round. We also had P-Dog. P-Dog sent in a clip, too. P-Dog's been doing really well lately. 17th in the world, so, I mean, I guess probably been longer than a little bit.
.288
Don't
driver.
see that every day. I guess you're just going to take that
Interesting,
driver
isn't
off
it?
the fairway and be on your way.
A little bit. It says 720 quality. Oh, we lost the ball.
It looks good on the actual stream.
Oh, okay, good.
Now it got pixelated.
Just missing an
yeah.
Albie on the longest hole on the event. 309 yards away on second shot. Even though it didn't go in, that was one heck of an effort. We did have Materializations, who's quite possibly the best player, who's ranked number 1, and without question the most successful player this season so far at T4, along with our P-Dog. We also had Haran and Abbott at T6. We had Coxter at 8. And look at Kolbster on the weekend, 58-56, sneaking into a top 10 finish. Big congrats to Kolbster. We'll be seeing a little bit more of him once we get to True Sim and some interesting theatrics.
Yes, we will.
Oh, you know what? I couldn't find a clip, but we had on Elite Tour winner, Stone Canadian.
Hey.
Big congrats to Stone Canadian. Well, long overdue final promo to Platinum. A 53 round 3. Like, he did get the promo to Platinum, right? Did he somehow get demos? He must have had demos before. He was at 2 promos at one point. 53 round 3. God bless. What kind of... And a double? Imagine double bogeying a hole and winning a tournament.
I mean, I can imagine double bogeying holes. I just the winning the tournament. Well, that's nice. He can take my spot since I'm coming back home to Elite. So
big congrats, Coxter. Eighth. Is that your? It must be your first top 10 finish, I would imagine, unless you got 9th or 10th. But yeah, love seeing some new names in the top 10 there. But it's getting very familiar faces in that Platinum board now. We're seeing a lot of people at least being involved in the community, either if they're streaming or, just kind of playing in other societies and stuff as well. But yeah, I guess Stone Canadian's still in Elite. I could have sworn he must have missed a couple cuts or something. I gotta look at this guy. Something's going on here. Oh yeah, miscut there. 41-58 miscut.
Took away the promo.
Yeah, because he was top 25, T19. He had some good ones, but I guess just up and down weeks. Stone Canadian's one of the funner streamers out there, and he's always online. Very frequent. Oh, there he is. Was tied for the lead when I made that double. Oh dear. And then finally got the strong finish, 4 of the last 5, and it was good by 2 strokes, which is nice because you definitely needed at least 1 stroke clear because he shot a 53 final round. We did have a clip from Elite Tour. Ant, our good friend Ant. Actually, no, you know what? I think it's this week, but we'll show it anyways. He usually plays them early. When was this? February 13th? So yeah, that could have been this week's. Got muted. No surprise there, but the clip still did exist. I was chatting with them earlier. That'll keep the birdie train rolling. Nice little up and down, up and in. From the heavy rough too. That wasn't a sand shot, so that ain't your standard splash. Very well calculated. Wayne Taylor moves to Plat. Big congrats to Wayne. And then we had Hab Guy and Hemo both get their second promo, so look for them. We'll be cheering them on this week for hopefully the final promo. Get some new blood in Platinum waters on the Elite Tour. Kinetic, I don't have any clips, but we'll take a quick look at the leaderboard. We had it. The winner was Adam Jones. We also had T3 DTP Gaming and Map Collector, both at 46 under, getting double promos. So one step closer to Elite Tour. Bear, you played DTP this weekend, didn't you?
I was going to say it's a good thing that, something good. Now, hold on. Before I continue with the bit. All right. They both had rough days. The one, they both have kids. Like, I know they had a rough day. Back to the bit. These Facebook guys, you want to try and come into our world and try to just match up against greatness. It's tough. And in our alt shot, I think you learned something.
Yeah, we learned that Narwhal's still a damn good golfer, along with Bear.
I love that sound.
I bet he did. The glasses are just...
Oh, my.
The smirk. I love it.
Come on, dude.
Let's go.
Oh, my.
That thing was kind of cooking, too. That's going to go 12, 15 feet, I think, but that's all right. It's still center cup.
It's strategy.
Let's
strategy and course knowledge, baby.
That's right. He knew the right line. If you hit it straight, it's going to go in.
Yep.
Yeah, we learned that Narwhal's a god. Narwhal's a heck of a player. We'll get into more alt shot breakdown later, but while we're on the topic, figured we'd mention that. That was DTP and PTR Gaming of Facebook versus Bear and Narwhal in the alt shot all-stars. What else did we have? Oh, I have to scroll back to where it was. CCs. I didn't really have much there. We do have the promo event this week, so we'll be getting some clips from that. I'm sure it's Safe Haven Shores, which looks like a fun course. I've been watching people play it. It looks kind of enjoyable. I might actually play it myself. Did you play it at all, Bear?
I haven't played it yet. The new controller comes in tomorrow, so I'm going to be playing the new events with the new controller just to see how it works out.
Ooh, love that. Yeah. I'll tell you, you're coming from an Xbox one, right? Standard Xbox?
Yes.
It takes maybe... Any new controller, I feel like it takes maybe a couple days, but once you get used to it, you're going to like it so much better. Almost guaranteed.
And that it was one of those, I was on the fence about it, and then Kara said in chat, she goes, it's a game changer. And I went, well, if she's saying it's a game changer, how are you going to look at someone who's consistently top 5 and calling it a game changer? Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. It's just like... This is the Bearded Gamer, by the way, on CC. Forgot to mention we did have this clip. Nice little par for Aski.
I think that's this week, too.
Oh, that was this week. Okay. Yeah, it does. Did he click in?
February 14th, that's today.
Oh, okay, there you go. What was I going to say? It really makes you wonder if guys like Bees, imagine if Bees played on PlayStation with a PS5 controller or something like that.
I've told him for a year now.
It's similar to like the enlightenment Hemo had when he switched to the PlayStation controller and the immediate success. It's pretty crazy. So I mean, don't set your hopes up too high, but I would feel like you'll have a little bit more success. So we'll see what happens. But
I'll make sure I act delusional.
Yeah,
the first elite round coming back, we'll be here 2 weeks, and then once the sadness hits, we'll just go back.
Yeah. Well, Scud really said, with all due respect, fuck you, Rob, as he won True Sim as well by 2 strokes over Materializations. Scud just playing out of his mind this past week. If you're hot, you're hot. And Materializations in T second, along with Cabot, and we had Dango in 4th. And then in T5, we had Colby, Z Colbster, having back-to-back 2 top 10 weeks, including this.
And have enough to still run up. Get to that.
Yeah, 16 hours a day. A week and he won a tournament. Yeah.
Come on, climb. Let's go! I had to do the nipple lasers. I had to. It was called for. Hemo said the next time albatross nipple lasers. There we go.
I love how he immediately
to
goes
still
into
run up.
explaining.
Yeah, exactly.
he
Because
does
it's
the
so out of
nipple lasers.
character.
Back
It's
portion.
so out of character, which it makes it so much better. Like if Hemo does that, it's like, oh, okay, that's just your standard
he's
holdout from Hemo.
defensive.
Yeah.
Let's go!
I had
to do the nipple lasers. I had to. It was called for. Hemo said the next time albatross nipple lasers. There we go.
Oh, his comment, Hemo is so stupid.
His wife also no selling the the albatross was just everything encapsulates into, you know, there's a lot of times when we pick shots of the week, it's like, I kind of hope, I really, really need support for Z Kolbster.
Yeah.
Because
if he's
if he
gonna win one,
wins,
it might be
we
a
get more
head-to-head this
nipple
week.
lasers.
It
We
might
get more
only be
nipple
2
lasers.
shots of the week. 2
Well,
clips, because there's 2
I
really
know
good
what he's
ones.
going up against.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a hard one to beat. Here's Ant. Yeah, Ant's clips are hit or miss, so they're gonna get taken down more often than not. So Ant, just to let you know, if you are watching this after the fact, I did try. Some of them just get taken down too quickly. But without further ado, let's go to the next segment, Community Corner. So all the different society stuff. Our boy Crown Slayer. Crown's always in at least my streams. I think he pops around on the different golf streams. He had some nice play this past week, and he was playing Platinum Tour on Godra. And he is a mid-CC player. Very nice shot there, Crown. And then he wasn't even done. This was all in one round. Partial pitching.
In the hole for
Not too shabby.
Okay.
Big shout out, Crown. Nicely done there. Thank you for sending those clips in. We also, Ant, take 3. All right, we do have another Ant clip.
There we go.
He must clip it and then mute it or something like that. Ant just had...
Oh,
I didn't even realize that.
you didn't that's an amazing thing to hit the pin, bounce out, and then still go in. HB physics.
That's nice. That's a nice one there, Ant. The bounce out on the front, but it must have had like some sort of spin, and it still goes in. Still goes in. Very nicely done there. We had Mavs, who's always playing in the Red Fast Review tournament, sometimes on multiple consoles, too. Of course, is this. Looks like we're on the Sahara.
Mavis.
Is that
All
the
the
name of the
Brits
course?
have that. No, all the Brits have a Mavis thing. It's a very that's the avatar. It's very scary.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Got that right. Nice little ace there. And a frequent submitter of clips and always playing well, too. Seems like he's Mr. Holdout. Pat on the jackwagon this past week. What a stretch he had. Partial driver here.
Beautiful kick. Oh.
Isn't going to quite get it. But that was an Eagle 2. Same round now. Pretty sure it's the same round.
I mean, minus 56. T6 going into 7th hole. Jeez.
Yeah.
PS. Oh. Bang.
There's a nice ace. That was the 7th hole. Here we are on the 8th. We're going to fast forward through the drive.
Rob isn't here. We don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Fast
Yeah, well,
forward.
it wasn't on the actual important part. 7 and 8 he gets hole outs on. So yeah,
Just nice
it
at the
was
game.
five, 7, and 8. Eagle 2, ace, eagle 2. What a stretch, Pat. Very, very nicely done. And yet another familiar face. Look who this guy is. Oh, Rob's favorite.
Oh, look at this swing.
Oh, this guy in the garage is so hot right now. There you go.
Left.
There's your daily
Only he
dose
was
of
wearing
Rob.
the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
This on Matt F's Daigo's Country Golf Club that we played
How
on
does
the
that
Red
not
Fast
go
Review.
in and help me? Just please.
Can we talk about what a psycho Ginger is? You've gotten a lot of nice compliments in the recent weeks, Ginger. We got to talk about what a psycho you are. You are the only person in the history of this game to go from PC back to Xbox.
Yeah, that is some psycho
The
stuff.
only person.
Left.
That is enough for you to go watch his stream.
did.
There we go. I'll turn it into a promo. But that's insane. That's on Xbox.
Yeah.
How
Shadow
does that
posting
not
the
go in and help me?
Twitter
Just please.
there. If you click on our Twitter account, the pinned tweet has our clip submission form. We'll get it every time.
Shoot.
Yep. So that was Ginger Mane. I don't. Maybe he just wants to like try to get to plat on like I respect that. I know Samo's still on plat, or not on plat, on Xbox, and he has it on PC. But he like wants to grind Xbox and be the Xbox guy, so to speak. So if that's the thing, like one of the Xbox guys. So it is what it is, and I respect that. But it's
I mean, we both came from Xbox. We know when you play this game on Xbox, it is a badge of honor.
Yeah.
It is something that if you get to do, like I wore it for a while. I made it to plat on Evangelist and whatever the other one. I made it to plat on Xbox. Immediately getting cut. I went, okay, this isn't going to be good for me and streaming. And I think even like I was streaming from my Mac through the Xbox. Like it just wasn't a good setup. Now we've got a decent setup. Appreciate all of you. And it's so much better.
Yeah.
You're insane,
Yeah.
Ginger.
I appreciate it. I love the passion. What a shot this was.
What?
This is Snoopy, who's been everywhere lately, including coming in here early in the stream. Look, I mean, this is a fantasy course, obviously.
Are you sure? What? I mean, I know it's okay.
500 like I don't know what that was. You can tell like that is not like a like mini golf. Everything's funneling to the hole. Like I'm sure there's some gyrations and it's riding something nicely towards the hole. It
The
takes
thing
all
hits and
these
kicks
kicks
right.
and like yeah, it's certainly funneling down there. But from here forward, like it needs to be on the perfect line, perfect pace. This could go anywhere. And top of it, he hits it with the perfect pace. Or actually, no, 496. So this is an incorrect title. It is not a 500-yard hole in one.
Yeah, I'm not that impressed now. That was
Nope.
only 496. I don't care.
Yep. It is what it is.
Sorry, Snoopy.
Boring.
Give me the 40. No.
Another Red Fast Review clip. We had Brendan Pinn submit this one. Brendan, thank you for playing Red Fast Review. Hope you guys enjoyed Daigo's Golf Club. That was nice. The one hopper. I like those.
I need to get me one of those.
Did you like the new course this week, Bear? You started to play already, right?
I mean, my scores say I thought it was a cool course.
Yeah.
Like I said, outside of, snap hooking a draw into the water, like it was all good.
I had a ton of tags on this. Myself personally, the Red Fast Review, Rob, you. I think every person I've ever seen was tagged in this and came in my personal mentions and the Red Fast Reviews mentions multiple times. I have intentionally not looked at it because I'm like, it must be decent if it's that many tags. This is from Very Angry Side Pod, who likes to go 12-hour days playing this game, so see what he's got.
Side Pod. I love Side Pod.
That we do have a little
forward.
bit of. Does let go at the
Go
end.
in the fucking hole. Oh my god! Oh, to fast forward to that bullshit, you gotta be fucking taking the piss right now. Not calling one on a par 4. Finally. Holy shit.
All right, let's have another look at that.
I hope he's gotten some
I
sleep.
fast
because
forwarded that bullshit.
every time I see him, he's like, I've been up for 38 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna suck though, because it was like fast forwarded, but you're allowed to get one, and that's definitely the one that's going in.
You're allowed to get one. I like it.
He knows.
He knows.
He's always so funny.
Oh man. All right, so maybe we do have 2 other clips because I think we're gonna have Snoopy's in there, and we might have to have this one even with the little fast forward because that was something funny and special. You know what was special? This right here. We're gonna watch this full. Oh wait.
So hold on, pause it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go to Twitter.
Because
yeah,
I was in chat when this happened.
he has a good tweet.
All right. Gamer is going to take his dog Kelsey out, and he says the first thing I see in chat is the shot I will hit.
For me.
It's the first
First
thing.
message I see when I'm back, I'm gonna hit it. Whatever you all tell me, unless it's like something crazy, I'm gonna hit that club, hit it exactly.
He even says, unless it's something crazy.
Wait, what was the Uber? Well, I did say anything.
Look at Bear. Look at me being.
Yeah. Sam wedge, middle of the second box to the left, little backspin.
Yeah. I have to do what I said first thing I see.
Uber chose violence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anybody ever hit this shot before? Full D-loft, full backspin, maybe?
Where are we coming with this count? I get the
If we
D-loft.
make this,
The backspin, okay.
If we make this,
And then saying it's got to be slow.
what would happen?
Yeah. And hitting the red slow.
I'm a man of my word, Uber. I'm a man of my word.
Scumbag.
Yeah, the reverse scumbag.
5-pack. I think I'm gonna have to slow this as well.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to slow this. I don't think this is mathematically possible.
I can't hit a red slow on command.
Best shot of my career. I think I've peaked. I think it's time to announce our retirement. That might win shot of the week. Kobe, I'm sorry.
Even he apologizes to Kobe.
That might be one
As
of the
as he gets the
displays
sub.
of random club challenge. Look at this. What? Yeah, someone clip. I know Matt probably already has that on speed dial on the clip. Well,
Unreal.
no. Red Fast.
That was one of those.
We meet again.
That was one of those that he's lining up the shot. I've got him on one screen. I'm doing work on the other. And I see him take the driver, and I'm like, oh, this
Hold
is
up a
not
minute,
going to be
yeah.
good. Like, I'm just going to make sure I get a little bit of work done. And then I heard it hit the pin and him celebrate. And I went, there's no way. And immediately the clip was there. I go, he did it. Unreal.
Yeah. Just because the thing is, not a single person has practiced that. Like, in the 1 in a million chance, and it just goes in too. Just just craziness.
So Moose, Narwhal, and I would do driver all the time. The only rule was when you got around the green, you were allowed to use a hybrid. Like, we even thought it was insane to be around the green with a driver when we
Yeah.
would do these stupid things. Like, insane.
Oh, boy. I did have some other clips here. What is this? This is...
Widow.
Oh, we got some
Come on,
Widow
baby.
clips.
Close. It's close.
Who is this? This is Widow. Okay.
Take that from way out there, though. Little
Yeah,
tapper ready to
multiple clips
take
this
that
week.
par.
Oh my god, I made that.
You made that?
Holy shit.
99 footer.
How far was that?
Okay.
But no birds.
Yeah, no birds though.
He's like, I'm out. He's like, I am fucking out.
Modelo Mafia, that's still going on? I haven't seen... Have you seen... When was the last time we saw Sports Lifer?
This time.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Been a minute.
Oh, I think I've seen this. This is from a while back. Oh, he must have just posted these from like a while back. Yeah, this one was insane.
Oh yeah. Get in the hole.
Throwback.
Hole in one. Let's go, baby.
That was Widow's one.
I was gonna say, Rob is freaking out in a bar, yelling at customers like he fast forwarded the shot, and they're showing it, and like smashing beer.
Oh yeah,
just steins all over the place.
So we do have Z Kolbster's Fantasy Golf, another leg down. You have two members of the podcast you can bet on.
No, you can't.
No?
I mean,
did you really
you can't
get demoted?
You can't. Yes, I got demoted. I've not been playing well in my TGC rounds.
I know, but I thought you were still around.
Well, yeah, this week I am. Next week I'm not.
Okay. All right. Well,
for next leg, when I've got the new controller.
Yeah. Where was it? I think Cabot won back-to-back leg. Oh no, he's won 2 legs, first and fifth leg. So Cabot killing it again. So new leg starting up. I guess
take Kilbride, best bet.
Yeah, don't bet on. See if anyone took Bear. You took yourself. You took me. Thanks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just me and you pulling for us, really.
It's okay.
I went with Jeff Day. I've never picked him, so I went with you last time. And then, yes, we have to go to Alt Shot All Stars. So Alt Shot All Stars, we showed a clip earlier. This is coming towards a close now. Boredom. All shots. Okay. I'm gonna do that too. Boredom is also hosting a match play tournament coming up soon, so we shall get more info on that as it comes. I believe it's going to be in March. Let's see here.
Yep, right there.
Yep. Team Filling Holes is going to be playing Love Sauce. Love Sauce sneaking by. We won't go into details on what happened in this.
Are you sure?
For the sake of Em and Kolb's health. Tough
I think it was
look
fear.
on 18.
It was fear.
Yeah. But you guys aren't out of it, though, right? Because it's double elimination.
Mm-hmm. So they'll get a crack at Hemo or the Fairway Miners.
Where is...
Losers bracket right there.
DTP or PTR. Okay, so they play...
So they'll get either... I think
or Fairway
that's...
Miners. Okay.
Yeah, that's Slice and Undertale. Slice, Progressive, Undertale, and Mav. And then... I don't know Fairway Miners. I'm sorry. I was rooting for Lex Fish. It's Jonas and Arkid.
Jonas and Arkid. Okay, so that versus Hemo and Fig. So we'll look for that. I'm sure Hemo will be streaming at some point this week. Mm-hmm. And then if they advance, that'll be a fun one. Philly Special versus Cafe Day Rat. Daily Duffers? Who's that?
That's Slice and Progressive, I believe.
Oh, that's a fun pairing too. So yeah, they would play the Facebook boys. Are you guys playing yours soon? Have you scheduled anything yet or thought about it? Or is it kind of waiting on all these to catch up a little bit?
I've tried talking to Scud. Scud's avoided me in chats. I'm trying to figure out when to schedule it. I would like to do it Tuesday night, Wednesday night, get it out early. So that way we could just sit there and wait to see who we're going to smoke again.
Yeah. Dango, welcome in. You made the review multiple times. You had a nice splash and a couple very, very nice finishes this week. Big congrats on the successful play this week. And thank you, Lex and Gamer, very much, gentlemen. What else did I have here? Oh, also, I said it last week. I believe you participated this week, Bear. I can't say you were in it. Divot Derby on Progressive's Saturday night. Did you get in a full lobby, 20 people?
We got up to 16, and I actually jumped in the Discord with them, and it's a lot of fun to do for an hour.
Right. I think that's the limit for the entire week. And I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Progressive's been having. Let's see. Is this?
He did it Friday night too. He got peer pressured into that one.
But it is a good time.
McGregor's in here.
Yeah, McGregor. Let's see if we get
Didn't
a
lose
full
too many.
leaderboard somewhere.
Getting close though.
If you hit it in the lottery, you're not having a fun time.
Oh, Bear. Look at the one I picked for you, Bear. Bear, Slice, Gregor, F you buddy, Visual. I don't know Mr. Meeseeks, Progressive. That guy Tim, McGregor. And then I think we had the Shadow already get eliminated. But it was, getting like 10 plus people in Divot Derby. It's not that bad for an extended period of time. And Progressive's been doing it Friday, Saturday nights. Definitely Saturday nights. And I know some other people, like I think, what was it? It's Seamount that does it every once in a while. But I think you really need double-digit people for it to be really a decent time. But like I prefaced, maybe for an hour or so, and that's enough of that for this week, But it is fun little side game, so to speak.
It's a good Saturday night thing. You're having a few drinks
having a few beers.
And it's like, all right, let's do some speed golf with the boys.
Exactly.
And girls.
Maybe a fun Friday thing we can pitch to Hemo one day, although I can't participate during the day anyway, so.
I could, so I'd be down.
Yeah. So Red Fast Review Society. Let's kick it over to that because we've been running a little bit long. We had another great turnout this week. We are back up to 88 participants. Thank you very much for the continued support, everybody. Big thank you. We had Gregor win, and we had multiple new players too, probably about a dozen new players. So great to see that. I think everyone kind of enjoyed Matt F's course, Daigo's Golf Club. We have another fun one here, Nessa by David G. I think everyone's going to like that this week. I at least had fun personally when I played it as like a trial run. But here we do have the full leaderboard. There was a couple people who are not on TGC Tours that would have won. So I've typically been keeping everyone at CCE if you are not on TGC Tours. I have labeled them as kinetic because I don't think it's fair to have someone who has not played just straight out win. Maybe we'll review it down the road. Red Fast Review is on PlayStation. Smoke, it is on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So Red Fast Review is the name of the society, and we have 88 people and growing across the board. Majority are probably on PlayStation and PC, but we have almost, we have a decent chunk, about 10 or so on Xbox as well. But as we do every week, let's read down the leaderboard here, shall we? We have Gregor, A-Stoned Canadian, Mr. Pooey.
Poop again! He called the shit poop!
BBAWC, TFR, Love Scud, P-Dog, Dango, Snoopy, Saucy, Hillman, L-Boy, Slice, Mr. Incredible, Visual, The Web Boy, Brandon Pin, M, Map Collector, Gino, 6ix9ine, Gigi Jutt, Golf Griffin, Cockster, Newman, Nick Later, Sebmax, Lancy J, Fox, Cuz, Lucas Heat World, Mav, Sweet Billy Boy, Hunna, Jordy Boy, Carpman, Chewy, Romsey, Yogurt, Uber, Skyline, Locks, Nolan Ryan, Sam Rocks, Tuminator, Jimmy, Dangle Snipe Selly, Scotty Walnuts, Croc Hunter, G-Dog, Lex, N-Bond, Suggy, Fitz, Wow Jr., Terps, Elder Statesman, Crooner, Spartan Dog, Pat Strife, Todd Father, Mayor, Chip Long, Rio, Ant, Dobie, Mustang, Miller, Ginger, Rusty, Seaflow, The Lightning Guy, Steelvike, Boosie, G-Work, G-Walla, Mayo, myself, boy, I had a bad week, Two Piece Price, Up and Nut, Jeb, White Tea, Fig, Crimp, RB Prime, Maynard, J Boston, and World Giant. Woo! I need a cigarette.
You've earned it.
Thank you. All 88 participants. Like I said, I will personally read through the list unless we get up to 100. Maybe I'll consider doing it past 100. Maybe we'll have to do a team effort here. Just have Moose record it, and that can be his segment of the podcast or something.
We
like
could
that.
speed it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine like if we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I do 1, you do 2, Moose does 3.
We would screw that up so quick.
Oh, it would be awful. It would be awful. But congrats to Gregor. Great finish. Stone Canadian, another great finish as well. Yeah, but the society's doing well. Lots of people near the top too. Look at all these 27 to 30. There is 21 people within 7 strokes of the lead. So I think the scoring system's pretty good. BBAWC, I put in Kinetic, so I don't really know what the correct association is there. That's one of the ones. And no, not Saucy. Might have been Gino that I didn't have a tour for. But Gregor, very nicely done. You'll be hopefully getting promoted quickly through this promo event, so we'll see a lot of changes here in this coming week. And I forgot to change the scene around to Red Fast Review Society, but that is that. We do have Content Creator of the Week before we wrap up. This week, it is kind of a repeat, but I want to make sure that we give this person the proper due. Congrats to Rundown, man. We promoted Underground Sports. Underground Sports. Good Lord. Apparently, I am. He has some good auto host selections or something, or host selections, because we are watching the same thing here. Rundown Man has his own channel now, up to 72 followers. So make sure you guys go follow that. We did promote Underground Sports, as I was mentioning before. My brain just went into an absolute pretzel when I heard myself talk. And yes, but same person, and he was, co-managing that account previously, and now he kind of has his own channel, which is going to be exclusive golf and whatever other games that he wants to play. Great Fortnite player too. Bear and I played with him in Fortnite. That was a fun time. Us 2 and M.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see some other games on there at some point, but it looks like all golf so far, and he's been streaming. Seems like daily too. So let's hope Schneid keeps. Oh, this is just so trippy. Keeps going up the leaderboard there, and yeah, Plat Tour winner too, right? He won.
Yep.
He won a couple times,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a little bit. Okay. Yes. The week ahead. Did want to run through a couple last things before we sign off. We saw this tweet. Actually, I'll keep it on full screen.
He caught the shit.
Oops. That alert was still playing. What was it? Canuck. He got good lord, what's his Crazy Canuck?
Crazy.
Thank you. Crazy Canuck posted the question, what would you like to have in the next golf video game? And there was a lot of interesting answers. Wow, he tweets a lot. Holy shit. Yeah, PGA 2K22 wish list. New game, new engine, New game engine, enhanced engaging career mode, crossplay, more equipment clothing, new multiplayer game modes and ranked playlists, upgraded designer with new backdrops, objects, etc. What is on your wish list? Hoping for news soon. So a ton of traction, a lot of interesting things here. 100 comments. So he does not stream that much anymore as far as the golf community is concerned, but he creates a ton, has created a ton of courses, has been involved with the community for a long time. So I would recommend reading through this if you're interested. I love Rob's post. I want my friends to stop looking like they're doing a lob wedge chip from 130 yards out in multiplayer. That, like, the glitchy stuff is definitely something they need to fix quick. Did you have anything in particular that you wanted on this?
There wasn't a lot. I threw it out there because thinking about a wish list for a game, you're obviously going to go to the top of the top and say, this is what I would do to make the game perfect. The biggest thing, like a lot of people talk about, is drop zones. And that's been an issue since the previous golf game. And every time you hit a shot, put it in the course designer. What is the drop zone for this area? I don't think that would be too much to ask. Sorry. Again, I see Kilbride asking for a 1 and 2 iron back, you scumbag.
I love the 1 iron. That was my favorite club. I hit that like 250 every time. I was so excited.
But again, you hope for crossplay. You hope for the one thing that I was looking at, even what you're going to have to compete with EA, is EA did a really good job of daily tournaments for all different levels, where PGA just has their basic society that runs for a week. And you have to find a way to be able to... How do you make this for every single person that's going to buy your game?
Yeah, that is with, I want to say without a doubt one of the most frustrating things about the current game is the drop zones. Because when you get a OB on, OB's a little different because like if
OB
there's OB
takes
stakes,
it back,
OB always is supposed to take it back. But if you hit it into a hazard, it really can be punishing because you might have a re-tee option, and there shouldn't be. You should have a chance to on a par 4. To place it 250 yards out where you crossed the line and went into the hazard. That's how it's played. And now you're re-teeing and you're lucky to get bogey. It's just for tournament aspects in the gameplay, that definitely needs to be fixed. But yeah, I really like everything about this game right now. I mean, a little bit better balance, and I think the big selling point for them will be, like you're mentioning, something for everyone. As Hemo explained back in the day, Joe Bumfuck in Montana or whatever he called it. When he goes home and he plays his 30 minutes of PGA Tour, is there an event he can play on a daily basis, or like can he shoot through some hoops or something like that for a trick shot, or remember the old Tiger Woods? I forgot I even had that in there. Thank you, Papa Snook. I was testing some stuff over the weekend. None of the alerts are going to work at the moment because I don't have anything open. So save your channel points. Is it going to like attract those type of people? And then, maybe they play 20 minutes a day now. They can, do a trick shot. They can do something, and then they'll eventually gravitate towards the competitive side if they really like the game. But so many people probably pick it up, play 2 hours, and never play it again. AKA every single person they hired for that premiere day, right? Like,
Are you
often
sure?
do you see Co Carnage and Nade Shot play this game anymore?
I mean, that was all I heard was all of those Next makers that they hired on for the 2K. Hold on, because it sounds like I'm salty. I'm not a 2K. I don't stream enough. they chose these people to highlight and showcase this game, and they weren't the people playing the game. Or they're people that still play the game, and they're complaining about things that people who do play, like, why did the ball go that far out of the rough? Well, that's a downhill rough lie. It's going to jump out.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that if you're going to have people test your game and you want honest feedback, really dig into your community. If you want people to, for lack of a better term, fluff you and say, no, it's a great game, we love everything about it, then keep going with what you have.
Yeah. I think, it's going to be very telling when EA and 2K both release a game, because it seems inevitable at this point with all the EA contracts. Obviously, 2K signing Tiger. We have not seen anything or any release news in far too long, and the only thing we've seen is EA push their date back, and that's it. Like, not a single peep out of 2K, which is just so surprising. And when did they sign Tiger? Like a year ago?
Hold on. Did you say 2K. It's not surprising that 2K hasn't said anything? They don't even tell us when they put in patches.
I mean, you would figure you'd have... That's true. That's very true. But when did...
We were talking that
March 16th. So we are coming up on
almost
full year. And they have not said a word about a game that's 18 months old or the next game. That's just very surprising in general. But I guess you're right. 2K has been notorious for not releasing news. So, yeah, exactly. Maybe after the wrestling game release, apparently there's some good correlation, or some of the people that work on the wrestling game are dual branded, are kind of working hand in hand. From what I hear,
you gotta think Masters. It has Masters weekend. It is the hype. You're around Easter.
Well, the thing is,
season.
they're not going to have it though.
Yeah,
2K. I mean, EA has it, but yeah, that's EA's big loss. If they released theirs before the Masters, they would have killed it. You know.
Well, even then, you could sit there and say, yeah, they don't have the Masters. Everyone in this community knows where you go to play that. Come on.
Sam,
and that's all 2K has to say.
Mark your calendars. Samo just breaking news said 2K plans on releasing their news on February 30th. So make sure you.
Okay. Checking added.
Thank you.
Hey Siri.
There was also one last discussion, TGC wise. A lot of discussion about the tours. Any thoughts on changes, modifications on our current game until we get that new one?
Again, this stemmed from us both perusing the discords of the TGC and seeing a lot of people unhappy about the setups. Now, as someone who has missed every single cut, and then proceeds to, do decent in other places, I get that it's tough and it's a reactionary to the pro swing. But I think it'd be interesting for them to counter it. And you say, okay, we've gone too hard. Mm-hmm. You want super easy setups. Sprinkle it in every once in a while. Yeah. I think one thing that would be fun, have rain make it super soft conditions and watch everyone have to change for one round. I'm not just saying,
completely different every round, or like not completely different. Like you want to maintain some consistency, I think, but go that route where it's soft. But everyone's gonna get so many darts. But even with like a 3-iron with like 2 yards of rollout, but I guess you could do firm with slow greens, right? So it's just like go like the opposite end of the spectrum. You could do that. I'd probably I enjoy I enjoy True Sim because you get to play realistic courses and they're not as punishing.
It's not nightmare.
it's not nightmare conditions exactly. And that's I think a lot of people are gravitating towards True Sim. I think more and more over the past few weeks I've seen more True Sim streams up, and it's you know, kind of enjoyable. I do like the idea of Masters. However, I think, you know, not to make more work for Doily and TGC, I think the route to go is have another drop down under more tours and just have a Masters section. Have it have another opt-in tournament or something like that, or you can convert the Pro Tours to Masters. But I think that's the only way to combat it. And even still, you go to easier courses, the best of the best, you know, the Dangos, the Scuds, the Caras of the world, they're going to shoot better because they're that good at tempo anyways. It's not going to make a difference, and the course conditions are going to make it easier for them, so it's a net change to their score that's a positive. But as opposed to the average Joe, they're not going to be able to hit his tempos as consistent, so they may have a worse result. But we shall see. There's plenty of options and directions. I think it's inevitable that there should be something Masters down the road. But I mean, I'm enjoying the game on Pro. It needs to be Pro, I think, for CC. There's no question about it. Absolutely no question, because that's going to drive people. They need to have grow in whatever is best to have the maximum amount of people in there. If there wants to be a, you know, hardcore, you know, top of the top, you know, have a Masters, have a Legendary League if you really want, and, you know, make it opt-in or something, or, you know, because the thing is, if you make it so there's going to be people that refuse to play Masters, they don't want anything to do with it. So if you make it so, you know, Kinetic immediately goes to Masters, or say, Platinum is automatically Masters, people are going to tank on purpose just to go down to the next level because they're just so sick of Masters because they don't want it. I think it has to be an odd drop down under more tours where you can opt in and play every week. And yeah, I understand it's more work for TGC Tours, so I'm not advocating that it needs to happen. I'm perfectly content, but you know, some of the illegal pins, as I think we saw Uber have, you know, a very toxic one. There's some extreme punishments on some of these courses, and it is what it is. That, you know, I give all the credit in the world to the people who manage that stuff, because it's you can't win. You can't win,
and it's a tough spot that they get put in, because then you're sitting there looking at the course designer going, God, I never want to play another, you know, Maddie from Canada course again, because Hackamore was ratcheted all the way up. It's like, okay, like, you're going to create more friction instead of, oh, I like this designer, let me go check his courses out, let me see how they play at different tempos. So it's a tough spot that, you know, the game's been out for a season and a half now, and we're still trying to find that perfect mix.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We're running a little long tonight, so I think I'm going to call it there. One thing I would recommend, actually, I do have one question for you there. Or was it a question? Or I put it on the notes. What did I want to say? Oh, yeah. What happened with the unsolved mysteries in Baronet? If anyone's been following the Baronet series, oh my God, I think it was like 2/3 of the way through this one.
It was this one, yeah.
Is that the puck?
Yep. What the heck happened here?
I still don't know.
Whoa!
But there's just shrapnel of
Got my glove on it.
It was fiberglass when I went up, so you don't see anything from the stick.
Can we just, I think it's comma, right? Period. Frame by frame. We're going, was approved for filming it.
So, like, those sticks hit, but nothing breaks.
Oh, it's a skate. It's hitting his skate right now.
So it was skate.
Yeah, I think it's 14. Look at 14's right shoe next week. Look at his toe.
Look at that and just what? Yeah, because it just explodes.
Yeah, you can even like see it come off.
Okay.
And he just
Okay.
didn't say anything. Yeah, that's what it was.
All right.
Oh,
Well, then that explains 14 backing all the way up on their last goal. Spoiler alert. Yeah, and then me telling the guy,
Like that ain't puck.
is it the puck? No, I don't know.
Unsolved mysteries. Oh man, I was dying laughing watching that. If you guys don't follow Bear and Net, it's a fun series on YouTube by none other than our bipolar bear. I think I've actually updated the command. Let's see if this works.
Did we get it? Yeah.
Bear streams only on Saturday nights when he can on his Twitch channel. More importantly, he has a cool YouTube series that we strongly endorse. Beautiful. And I was updating those over the weekend.
That's so good.
So yes, highly recommend checking that out. Almost at 50 subs, Bear. It's come a long way in just over 2 months? Not even
2 months. I forget who I was talking to. Like the first video I did, like early October or something, where there was no audio and everything. And now here we are. We've got a scoreboard. We've got better working audio. That's every single time.
I think I like it better at the bottom too. I don't know if that was your general consensus.
That was something I wanted to try out just to see how I liked it. And at the bottom where it's behind the net, where there's not a lot of play, a lot of the times it's really dictated by setting up the camera because I can't see what's getting recorded. I just have to set it up.
Yeah.
So if I could set it up every single way to get it like that, that's what I want.
Right. Cool. You got anything else going on this week? Do you plan on, I know didn't go so well in Platt, right? You going to be streaming anything or doing another Bear and Net potentially this week? I know you had some in like the back burner, right?
The play tomorrow. So it's our last game before the playoffs for the ESHL. So quicker hockey. But then I don't know when the playoffs are. And for President's Day, the rinks usually go to the kids for tournaments. So I might sit on that episode to make sure I have something for Monday. But depending on when Scud and T-Sauce want to get the alt shot match, we would like to go Wednesday, Thursday.
Cool.
You?
I am going to be doing standard rounds tomorrow. That's the plan. FYI, episode, what are we on? 46? Episode 48. I won't be around on that Monday, but potentially can do it on a Tuesday. Are you normally free at nights in general, Bear?
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So hopefully it'll work out, but just a forewarning to viewers if you guys are watching live. Potentially episode 48 on Tuesday. I'm going to Florida for my buddy's wedding. So we're going down to Disney and we fly home on Tuesday. So I should be able to do it Tuesday night. And I know it's just going to be probably more of a hassle to try to arrange for someone else to do it. But yeah, normal TGC rounds tomorrow. Going to try to do Platt and True Sim rounds 1 and 2. If those go well, maybe a Saturday morning stream. And playing some board games on N-Bonds' stream this Thursday, apparently. So for Golfers Gulag, that's going to be on the docket. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, see what happens.
I like that.
Yeah, it should be interesting. And I think it's going to, if all goes well, there might not be there'll obviously be a cap, but, it can be expanded to like 10, 15, 20 people or something like that. But anyways, that I think is going to wrap it up for this episode of the podcast. I appreciate everyone coming in. We all do. Hopefully Moose is out finding some Valentine's love. Rob working hard at the bar, getting back to a rhythm. I think he worked, what did he say? He worked like 8 days straight or something like that. Getting right back into it. I think
he's got like 12 days straight lined up for how big this beer week is out in Cali.
Yeah. But we can't thank you enough. One thing we do ask, if you stick around, I've selected a new streamer. His name is SSS Sock 69. He is not yet affiliate, but he's in a vast number of golf streams, so I would highly recommend, you know, maybe sticking around, boost his average. That would greatly appreciate, you know, help him out. I'm sure get towards affiliate. That's always the goal when you're starting out. Get towards affiliate. You need the average of 50 followers. If you consider hitting that follow button, I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it as well. Till next time, good luck on your cuts, everyone.
So glad we didn't have Moose and Rob that show. Just amazing. Oh, I tried to get it while we